Hey, what's up, and welcome to my corner of the internet. So before we get started, please like, comment, and subscribe. That'll be much appreciated. I have a goal of 1,000 subscribers, and I need your help to get there. Please and thank you. So I've finally sunken a ship, and what I mean by that is I finally watched an anime that I've needed to watch, but I didn't really necessarily know where to start. Sometimes a lot of animes have a fan base that confused the hell out of me and sometimes just ward me off of an anime that I know I would probably like just by visuals alone, but figuring out where to start is one of the most difficult things. But I finally mustered up, decided to do my research, and here we are, and I'm gonna tell you about the experience. Spoiler, I totally loved it. Yes, I'm finally talking about Fate Stay Night. The one in 2006. This was 24 episodes. I'm going to put a rest of the information. This is an urban dark fantasy, and I enjoyed it. It was, you know what I liked about it? I didn't know how starved I was for anime to be able to give me a certain vibe with their sound design, with their ideas, with the characters that are employed within it. I really enjoyed this anime simply because it felt like I was watching something that wanted to create an entire world for me to explore and be interested in. I didn't realize how many animes don't really do that or take the time to even explore. And I had fun with anime that was a part of an era where they all had similar ideas, but they explored them all differently and they had their own flavoring to their food, which was the episodes, you know? Now, I know what you're thinking. Some people will be like, oh, you shouldn't start there. You should start in other places. Listen, I don't pay that no mind. I don't care. I'm going to start wherever I feel like, and I'm going to start at the first iteration of the anime because that's where I guess I may think that it may be easier to get into something. And to my pleasant surprise, it actually was pretty straightforward to understand. There was a mixture of a story. Our main character is Shiro Emiya, and he's kind of cool. He's kind of interesting. He has this strange sense of justice. He has a backstory that plays a pivotal role within this entire story, and he summons a servant, and he becomes a part of the Holy Grail games, and we are introduced to an array of different characters. There's these mixture of folklore, epic heroes, and there's these great fights and animation. They were putting on pretty solid animation back then. Now, it's not what we're seeing now, but it stands. Like, it stands for what it was, and I enjoyed that about this anime. Now, I will admit, I'm not someone that struggles to go back and watch things that are from a different era. I have no problem with it. If anything, I somewhat enjoy it more than the current era where there is a run of carbon copies that aren't really that interesting. So Fate Stay Night stands the test of time for me because it feels good. It feels like an interesting anime that I watched week to week, and I had a fun time watching. I had a fun time wondering about the mystery of different servants and what powers they had. Now, it was a little bit stale and it wasn't as like bombastic as I probably would have wanted it to. I'm pretty sure that like in the separate Fate Stay Nights with my little bit of research, there's different characters that we end up with and understanding. And it was interesting to see an anime try out these different things. I see where the confusion and the different plot points and different reasons why people say start in a different place and get some more backstory, but it wasn't as complicated as I thought it was going to be or what put me off in the initial like runs of me thinking about watching this anime. And I finally did it, and this is a good anime. This is an anime that I see how it influenced the anime industry, and I see a lot of the weirdness that was fun about it. Like making Saber into a girl that was basically King Arthur, and then the dreams, the mixture of the story, and even how like it unfolded. And also one thing I really liked about this anime, it did not try to run from the plot. We kept getting surprises in some of the episodes. Our adversaries would come out of nowhere and come attack us. I forgot what it felt like to watch an anime that actually wanted to get to its ending. That is such a rare thing now that I don't think a lot of people pay attention to or even think about, because there's tons of isekai and shows that I watch in manga that never really got an ending. And I'm not talking about the normal ones that like we usually blame. I'm talking about a lot of different anime never get the ending that like makes everything satisfying, or a culmination of everything we've been experiencing within this story. And it's left me a little bit jaded about modern anime during my era, to be honest with you. I enjoyed the constant confrontation of Shiro and Saber, and then Shiro figuring out how to fight, and then we meet the servant of like the Magus who's like throwing hands. I love that guy. He was beating Shiro's ass, bro. He was throwing blows. I thought that was actually kind of fun and interesting. The anime had a way of going from 0 to 10, and again, the fight animation actually stands up. Like, it's pretty freaking solid. Now, there's some questions about certain characters like Archer and how he was so cool, but he was an archer that only used swords and then sometimes would use a bow. It was all cool. It all had its different interests, and I liked how weird it was. I like anime like this because you see the animation, you see someone taking folklore and ideas and they put it into something, and it's standing up. It's not as flimsy as a lot of different animes that I've witnessed over my years, and I enjoy that about this. I see why people are so obsessed with Fate Stay Night, and I also see why people are really interested in this anime and the different sabers. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna get into the deep dive of what Fate Stay Night is. I just wanted to dip my toes in. But if there's a big resounding, hey, you should go see more and more of what this has to offer, because I do see the characters go in and out and be like illustrated better and throughout the times and be given a bit more like prestige. I do think it's all pretty damn cool, and I see the iterations of Saber, and some of that stuff kind of gets me. It's kind of dope. But with all that being said, Fate Stay Night, I'm gonna rank it about a 4 out of 5. Now, not because of anything, I just think the writing kind of fell apart here and there. I think there could have been stronger in a lot of the ideas explored, but I do think it is an anime that stands the test of time, and it's not something that should ever go out of fashion. Stories like this that take on so many different genres and create something new and exciting with it. So if you've never seen Fate Stay Night, I think you should definitely watch it. Without a shadow of a doubt, it's one of those animes that I think deserve the acclaim that it does get. So with all that being said, thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. That'll be much appreciated. Thank you, take care, and be well.